Welcome to this new video about World Update number 3. In this video we're departing from Birmingham Airport and then we're flying to Villa, then next to Birmingham, and we will see where we end. We will look at some of the points which are in the neighborhood of Birmingham, which are, I would say, more than I initially expected. So I was pretty surprised when I saw the map when I installed the update. So let's first take off and let's set course to Villa. So we're not using the autopilot, right? We're using simply manual.
Continue for west departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Birmingham Tower, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha, continue for west departure.
So we're flying over the city which is close to Birmingham Airport. So again, we're first flying to Villa, which is pretty close by, right? So it's roughly 4 miles, as you can see. On the left side, I expected you to see Birmingham itself. Yep. So here's Birmingham, here's Villa. So we're flying, I would say, in between the cities, and then we'll make the view on Birmingham, because that city has been updated as part of World Update number 3, as probably most of you know. So let's see what kind of point of interest they've added to the city and what kind of detail. If I look from I would say distance, looks like they built some additional skyscrapers which were not part of the let's say original version of Flight Simulator 2020, right? So without World Update number 3. So that's all kind of cool. So let's go outside the airplane. Favorite view for these kind of updates movies, also under the airplane, right? So we're almost at Villa, and then we're gonna make the left turn and then flying to Birmingham. Close to it, right? So it looks like that here's the soccer stadium, right? That's probably the point of interest. It's the Aston Villa soccer station. Oh, soccer station. Stadium, I should say. Now we're heading to Birmingham. We're flying at 2800 feet, so we're gonna decrease altitude a bit, so we can have a closer look at Birmingham. Looks like they focused on the city center, right? On the edges, it's there's not too much changes. So you can see that they've added some more buildings. I would say the height and not. And that's purely focused on the city center. There are not a lot of boys, as it looks like. Or they're not tagged properly, also an option. So we're flying another circle above it before we make our turn to the right. So we're gonna a little bit disappointed that I didn't place any pointers in here, but could be due to an issue with the poise being displayed. I've seen that in Flight Simulator a while ago. Sometimes it doesn't show the poise correctly. Would have expected a bit more poise, at least here, like in when you fly over London. There are a lot of poise, right? So there you can see Aston or Villa Park now. Here is not, let's say, too much poise in Birmingham. The detail looks pretty nice, right? So there's some nice buildings, but there's not a lot of poise being added. Probably for people living in Birmingham, it looks very famous. There's a little church there. Circle, not going too fast, right? So that is Birmingham. So next stop is a custom one, which I added. So it's also a point of interest. It's a little bit flying a little bit further compared to from Birmingham to Birmingham, the city itself. So 22 miles. So let's give the airplane some time, and let's enjoy the scenery of the UK. Let's look around with the drone view. So there you see Villa Park, which is one of the points which has been added. Nice and sunny weather. Probably it's pretty cold. Maybe it's probably it's warmer than last week, but some roads, some highways. Will be a good question for the quiz, right? Which highway is this? Probably people who are living in the UK do know. So it looks like some golf course or something. Or it's just a farm. Can be both. let me go inside the airplane again and make sure that we're going the correct direction. And so that's not the case, as you can see. We almost fly a circle, right? Because I saw Villa there. That's always a risk from trying to make a nice movie and then the airplane takes control of you. Decrease speed a bit. So it's not as busy as in, I would say, London City, where it was really dense. You could see that people were trying out the new update. A lot of people flying around, which was really cool to see, right? I think it was. I haven't seen it that busy when I was flying over New York last time with World Update number 2. Just need to choke it a bit because else we're going too low. There's a fellow flight sim player flying around. Probably also searching for some point of interests. Switch on the autopilot so that we can stay on the altitude, but in that case we need to increase altitude a bit. Probably we need to take some corrective actions. Yeah, let me do that. Didn't pick up the new altitude, as you can see. So this looks a little bit better. It's not climbing yet, right? So we can use the virtual or the vertical speed option. So we're 12 miles, yeah, 12 miles from Birmingham, or from the, I would say, end destination, which is also a point of interest. The question is, which one did I select on the map? But I thought it was a nice, I would say, trip around Birmingham and the surroundings. So we can view it on the map, right? We can use VFR, but then you will only see Cust A, which stands for custom, and then point A. If you add multiple other waypoints, then they will be B, C, etc. There are some other airports in the neighborhood. We're now almost at 1500 feet. We need to keep an eye on the speed. So increase throttling a bit before we are falling down. And if you saw my video about the London Bridge or the Tower Bridge, we did fall down because we was trying to do a stunt which didn't work out that well, must we say. A lot of cities which we're bypassing. Some nice scenery and farming in this part. And we're coming closer and closer to our destination. Decrease speed a bit, right, because we're now at altitude, so we don't need to go that fast anymore. And if you haven't seen it, right, in the marketplace there are several, I would say, offers to get specific scenery types for the UK on reduced prices. Didn't have a look at all the details myself yet, but probably it's worth looking at it. Sometimes you see some interesting, I would say, discounts. You will get some interesting discounts. So let's set the heading a bit. And then we're gonna search for the point of interest. In this case, I think we're a little bit too far away yet from it. We're at 7 miles from it. It was the Iron Bridge. Or it is the Iron Bridge, right? Because it still exists. So we're gonna fly a little bit closer to it, and then we'll switch off the autopilot and we'll fly over pretty close. And that's also where the flight ends, right? So what we saw was, I would say, the first thing I flew over was London earlier tonight, which I was really excited about. Birmingham, some nice additions, I would say, but I would have hoped that there was added some more point of interest and some more detail, but maybe I was a little bit spoiled by first using London. Next stop is, let's take Oxford. Right, so keep an eye on my channel because I will post some more videos tonight about these cities. And in total there were 5 cities updated, right? So it was London, Birmingham, Oxford, Cambridge, and there was another one. Of course I can't remember the name now, but I'll have a look at it. always happens, right, if you try to do multiple things at the same time. So decrease throttle a bit because we're going too fast. And there's the iron bridge, which, as the name already says, is probably made of iron. So let's go outside the aircraft.
500.
As you can see, it's also pretty detailed again, also around it, some nice buildings. So and here ends this video, right? So we flew from, or we took off from Birmingham airport, then we went to Aston Villa soccer stadium, and then we flew via Cambridge to this nice bridge, which is part of the new say scenery of World Update number 3. So keep an eye on the channel for new videos. If you like this video, then consider to use the like button. If you've got questions or comments, then use the comment box below the video. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos being posted, then subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.